Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the best damn professional wrestling podcast on the internet today. I'm, of course, one of your three hosts himself, Mr. Perfection, God's greatest creation, the gets to this generation, Dakota Carter himself. I'm here with the big, strong wolf puppy. You can't see him. He's laying down. Fenrir is right here with me. And then you got Magic Finger, my guy in the chair, the Ned to my Spider-Man, the Peacemaker to my Vigilante, Frank Castle to my Matt Murdock, Mr. Magic Fingers himself. And man, it's kind of been a productive week, Drew. Um,
It has.
kind of
It truly has.
kind of back and
And
forth.
it's a surprising productive week because I enjoyed all night's episodes of every program.
Yeah,
So, I mean, it was just nice to see that um after having a successful pay-per-view, they can have a successful week of programming as well. So I was a big fan of that.
yeah. It was kind of up and down for me. I only have one negative from this week. And of course it's from our beloved people over at WWE. Um, I know it keeps saying like we're negative, man, but I can't not be negative when I'm not enjoying the product.
Well, I mean, it's constructive criticism.
Yes, I don't. I still watch y'all. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Still love
Still
you to
watch them
death.
weekly,
I
but
want you to
just
succeed.
giving our opinion on what we feel, how it could have been tweaked, or hey, we just didn't enjoy it. And here's why.
That's crazy to me. I mean, I don't understand. So let's start with Raw, um,
Okay.
which I thought was okay. Um, there's a couple things that I wanted to happen that didn't happen. Um, and I'm gonna get to specifics with that. I'm gonna not talk about everything on the show because I don't think everything needs to be talked about. But go ahead. I'll let you start. Give me your biggest takeaways from Raw and your biggest letdowns from Raw because I have a couple letdowns.
Let down from Raw will be first. I was happy to see Big Cass, but it's not the same without him having Enzo.
Exactly. And
It's it's just it's
I was talking to another host of this podcast that comes in every once in a while, Nathan, and he said, "Man, I think they're saving him for a pay per view."
which
Yes,
I'm
he,
yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do that at
Clash and
SummerSlam though.
yeah, SummerSlam. But we also do we still have Clash in Italy coming up?
We do.
And
No,
come on,
no.
okay, that already
Sorry, happened. It was clashing somewhere else this year, not Italy.
okay. I thought they were doing another Clash in Italy. Um, give me a second while you're doing that. I'm gonna answer
It was
this.
Clash in Paris this year.
Okay, Clash in Paris. Yeah,
Yeah.
because Cena fought Logan.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Go ahead, keep talking. I'm gonna answer this text message real quick. It's really
Okay.
important.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I was very happy to see Cass. But we saw that the ball kind of got fumbled the last time. It wasn't Cass and Enzo. It was just Cass. Um, and then he went to AEW, did his thing for a little bit, and then came back, or did some time with Independence, came back. But I'm happy to see him back. I just don't know how well another 7 foot heel is gonna be. But at the same time, you've got my attention. I just love the fact that Ethan Page, when he saw that he came out there and attacked Javon Evans, he was like, "Oh no, I'm staying out of this. He's all yours. Just I'm gonna go back in here, give me something to drink, whatever, give me something to eat." But he's like, I'm out of this. But feel bad for Javon. I mean, he got his dome rocked quite a few times, that big boot to the face, and I mean, he sold it well, but
Yeah, he
ouch.
sold it like a son bitch.
Um, I do have to say, I'm so happy that Becky's back in the way that she is.
Yes, yes,
This is the best way that we can have Becky, in my
yeah.
opinion.
It's been
Um,
enough time where she's not been in that main event scene
yeah,
to where now it doesn't feel like she's being forced down my throat.
but I like how it was during the promo.
Hmm.
She looks right at Raquel and tells her, "I'm not here for your title." And she comes like, "I'm over here for you, sweet cheeks." And I'm trying to figure out why, because I watched it live and then I watched it the next day, or I had it playing for background while working. Um, why did they edit the best part of that promo of the "you're not the best women's champion in your group, and then you're not the best women's champion that slept with Dominic Mysterio. Why did they get rid of that last part? Because that was such a wonderful pop that I'm scratching my head as much as possible to figure out why. Because you left out some massive, juicy parts of this story.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you why they cut that out. And it's a thing called PG rating on Netflix.
Really,
Now they can
you read
tell,
it on Netflix. Come on.
yeah. Well, that's still what they're under. They're going to be under that banner as long as kids keep going to the show. Now, I'm not saying kids should not be able to enjoy wrestling, but I'm a firm believer that wrestling should not be PG television.
Right.
It shouldn't. You're watching grown men punch each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to me, now my
But there was
trainer
no
was
bad
a,
language or anything out of it. That's the thing.
I know,
It
but then kids will
I've heard
Google
kids
what.
say worse in elementary schools.
Well,
I
I've heard
mean,
kids say worse at AEW shows. Um, so here's the thing though with
true.
that. I was all, my trainer, he was a preacher slash wrestler. So he always told us if you have to use profanity to get your point across, then you suck. You shouldn't have to do that. I get where he's coming from that, but at the same time, in my feeling, if something's personal, I'm not gonna call you a sniveling pile of suffering succotash. I'm gonna call you a motherfucker. And that's exactly what I would call you. Um,
Mhm.
that's one of the
Every
big
once in a
fears.
while, the sentence enhancers are needed.
Yes. I mean, they let Cody Rhodes drop the first F bomb in WWE history at Elimination Chamber, and it was awesome.
The first night of Netflix. I
Yeah.
mean, so much for a PG rating. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean, they let him drop it, man, and it was one of the best moments of all time.
Oh, it was. It
It,
really
it,
was.
it got the point across, him telling The Rock, hey, Rock, go fuck yourself. And they didn't bleep it. And when they didn't bleep it, everybody across the internet was like, oh, shit. Because we're
Hmm.
used to hearing, it cut out during that, but they let it
Right.
ride.
Yep.
Um, And I wish that they would do more of that, especially with Roman Reigns. If they would let Roman Reigns say the stuff that Roman Reigns is thinking, like I remember, I don't know if you've seen the clip. He was in a promo with Paul Heyman on this like some sports show with Sam Roberts, and he goes, "How are you doing today, Roman?" He goes, "I woke up. That means everybody else is fucked. You had a chance until I woke up." Could you imagine him saying that to somebody on television?
Well, see, that's what cracks me up because yes, the the show itself is technically PG, TVY7, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
And then you have Unreal, which is also on Netflix, and
PG-14. Mm-mm,
that is definitely not PG
mm-mm.
because every other word out of someone's mouth is,
What the
fuck or
fuck?
whatever else. So I mean, just like it's insane that we can see the behind the scenes stuff and it's uncensored. But yet there's the same thing. Like literally, if you start watching it after it goes off the air, it's already edited
Yep.
and it's already at that change. But they messed up the juicy parts of that promo. To me, they dropped the ball.
Yeah.
They really did. But
Which they
I
do a
was
lot
happy to
now.
see Becky's back. I'm happy to see Stephanie Vicaire back. Um, do I really care that she is back for the Women's World Championship? No.
I'm gonna be
I
honest.
think
I
she
don't.
could.
I don't care. She's back at all.
Well, I mean, I would like to see her Soroka um,
Oh,
for the Intercontinental title or the women's U.S. title, but not your main titles.
yep.
Um, but I still think they could put on amazing matches because I think honestly, when it comes to like Soroka as well as Raquel and Stephanie Vicaire, you could have that potential moment or moments like what we have with Charlotte Flair and Mommy.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
that's what I think their potential to clash together would be amazing in that mid card range, but not at the top of the mountain.
No. And it's not saying those women aren't main eventers, but I
No,
think Stephanie
no.
Becker proved to me she's not a main eventer. Her gimmick is she has a fat ass. That's her gimmick.
Booker T loves the Devil's Kiss.
We
Oh,
all love the Devil's
I mean
Kiss,
that
but
is
I
true.
I wish they
That is
wouldn't
true.
sexualize her so much. Yes, she's a Latina with a fat ass. We get it. Good for you, Miles Bourne. But let her be a wrestler.
Touche, touche.
I want to talk
But
about something too when we get to uh NXT. I know we're not gonna cover it, but somebody said so. I'm gonna cover it right now. Uh,
okay,
Grayson Waller was in the interview, and this is what made me a fucking Grayson Waller fan. I love you. You are now one of my favorites. he was talking to this guy, and this guy was getting ready to meet him. He's like, "Man, you're right. I loved your promo on NXT. They keep giving these opportunities to these college athletes that don't have no history in wrestling." And he points over at Miles Bourne, and he's like, "Yeah, no offense." And Grayson Waller looks dead at him and goes, "Go ahead, talk shit. He's deaf. He can't hear you. We can tell him he sucks in sign language." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Woo! Bringing
I
back that ruthless aggression.
He instantly became one of my favorites because coming from somebody who has a disability, like that shit's funny to me. I can't help it.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
somebody, because they're friends, or else he
Oh
wouldn't
yeah,
have said that.
oh yeah. No, no. It's you're not
My
crossing that kind
goal,
of line unless you've got the okay prior.
my goal when I get back into wrestling, and it's going to be very soon, so world look out. I want to be able to fill a police report out every time before I leave that arena to ask me if I want to press charges or not. I'm not going out there to high five kids. I'm going out there to try to get stabbed. Like that's going to be my job. And I think that's something that heels don't do enough now. And I think Grayson Waller's teetering on that line of fuck you, I don't care.
Yep.
So shout out to Grayson Waller. Hopefully they use him correctly. But you're right about Stephanie Becker and all them, man. They have that potential to be that center focus point of that mid card, but their women's division is dog shit. Like,
And that's where they need to build it, though.
yeah, but they don't listen. And that's what frustrates me about them. They want to say how it's all about the fans, right? It's all about you guys. We would be nothing without you. And why the fuck don't you listen to us? Because yes, we don't have billions of dollars like TKO, but we've been watching wrestling. Drew's been watching it for what, 30, 40 years at this point, and I've been watching it for 20 years, which makes me feel so old. Um, when somebody said the Shield had been together for 14 years, I had to sit down and be like, damn, now I know why my back hurts. Um, why not listen to us? Especially somebody as great as me. Like I'm the voice of this generation. I'm better than anybody you got on commentary. I could take Wade Barrett's job tomorrow and make it 10 times better. I know how wrestling works. Drew knows how wrestling works. 90% of the fan base knows how wrestling works. We know what we want to see. We know what we think would work. And you gave it to Jay Uso. That didn't work. That was a fan idea, really. It wasn't a creative idea. They were like, oh, he's so hot. If we don't put the title on him, it'll just be another LA Knight situation. And we'll get to LA Knight in a second because I got something to say. And people been saying it on the internet. You said it, and it pissed me off. And we'll talk about it in a second. Why not listen to us? That's the thing that irritates me. Now, does AEW always listen to us? No. But do they put on quality matches? When they say this is where the best wrestle, ladies and gentlemen, that's not a tagline. That's not a catchphrase. It's just the truth.
Yeah.
You're going to sit down on a Wednesday night and enjoy whatever the hell you got going on, unless it's to do with that women's tag division over at AEW, because that is the drizzling shits. But you're right,
That
man.
is
I,
true.
I don't know. I just wish they would use other people the right way instead of just making Stephanie Becker a sexy Latina with a fat ass with devil horns on, and quit making
Well, I mean,
Soruka this.
I'm surprised that they didn't have her change up her character.
She doesn't have anything else. As
I
great
mean,
as she
now would
is,
be the great time early in her career to reinvent it.
as yes, but as great as she is, they haven't let her be Stephanie Becker. If you've watched Stephanie Becker in AAA in Mexico, even in Japan, she's one of the best wrestlers in the world, man
Right.
or woman.
Right.
But they haven't let her be Stephanie Becker. It's like, okay, we got this devil kiss move over, and you can do a spiral tap. That's it.
Yep.
Let her be
Well,
more like Io,
spiral tap. She does that knee drag or knee. Oh, oh man,
dragging
I'm so
through
glad
the
I'm
leg
sitting
whip.
down when she does that.
Yeah. I mean, let her be Io, because they put Io over like Io's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and she is. I think she's a phenomenal wrestler. She's
Yep.
not my beautiful black queen Mercedes Monet, but she's great. I will die on that hill. I think Mercedes Monet is the greatest women's wrestler to ever live because she can take somebody from obscurity, like she's done multiple times, and make them a fucking star. And nobody can tell me she hasn't. Look what the fuck she did with Willow.
I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing how that continues. But let's go back to Monday night.
Yep.
We had the next part of an amazing story that is on its way. with Obafemi and Braun Breaker.
Yeah. Okay, so
And I see the destruction of the
the
Vision
vision.
happening at the same time
Yeah. Um,
because I love that intense stare down that was between Oba and Brock
yeah, I'm gonna
Braun.
say
That was very intense. Um, it's something that needs to happen.
yeah,
But
it's something that needs to happen, but I feel like they're not giving it enough time.
no, no, let it build. Let this build for weeks and months.
Let it build
Um,
for a whole entire year.
yeah, yeah. I mean, let's just have them keep getting each other's ways. Maybe have them in tag teams against each other, but not a singles match. But I was really interested more in the conversation with Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman
Oh,
afterwards, because that's where I'm thinking that there is something in the works with that evil shitting grin that Paul Heyman always has on his face. But then when Heyman said, "Why would I know where he's at?" Um, the reply from Breaker was not what I was expecting,
I thought he was your new best friend.
but I'm really interested to see where this is going now.
So I think it's clear to me anyway, and this is the way my brain works. I don't enjoy wrestling as much as I used to, and I'll tell you why. When you get in the business, and I was only in the business for a cup of coffee. I never did any indie shows. I helped at indie shows, but I never was on a card or anything. But I was taught by one of the best in this area, and because you don't talk to me, Chance, I'm a little pissed off at you because I love you to death and would want to help with the whole ministry thing y'all got going on with your Power Slam shows. But that's another discussion for another episode. Hopefully, I get him to be on here one day. That'd be nice. Um, I don't look at it from a fan perspective anymore. I dissect everything that they do. Like it aggravates me. Sorry, it aggravates me how much I do it. It
Right?
it pisses me off because I don't enjoy it like I used to. Because I'm like, oh man, I know where they're going, and it's getting to the point where it's like, if you don't think that Obafemi is the next Paul Heyman guy, you're just blind.
Yeah,
Like even if they're just like teasing it, no, that's Paul's next ticket, and
yep,
what a powerhouse that would be.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so
It's him having the new young Brock Lesnar.
yeah, and it's not on a Brock's case where Brock couldn't talk for years. Brock can talk
No,
now
he
because he
really
just don't
didn't.
he don't give a
He
shit.
really didn't talk at all for years.
But Brock couldn't because Brock couldn't cut a promo. Obafemi
He
can cut a
didn't need to
promo.
cut a promo.
No,
That's the thing. He just went out there and beat the hell out of people, and that was the promo.
yeah, but you know, Oba can cut a promo. Oba, I think, is one of the best promos in the business right now
Yeah.
because every time that he says something, you believe it.
Hmm. Hmm.
He says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. There's
Yep.
no stopping him. And his whole catchphrase, "I'm the bringer of war," like that's one of the coldest nicknames in the history of wrestling. And I'm the mountain you can't climb, and I'm over. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting when that does happen. How much will Paul talk for Oba? You know,
Probably just the introduction is going to be about it. That's all he's going to need.
yeah. So I'm excited for that. Um, I just my only problem with this, and I'm looking at it from a booker's brain because it's all I do now. If you have either one of them lose to each other, if it's a year down the line, if it's a couple months down the line, it's going to make one of them look weak. There's no way around that because Braun Breaker is supposed to be the other Obafemi
Who says it has to?
because
It has to.
their booking
But
isn't
what if
smart.
it's in the sense of when Stone Cold and Bret Hart, when he never tapped out, he
Yeah,
just passed out. It's in that sense how they lose the match. They're not technically weak, but yet they lost.
yeah, we could book that. We could book a better product than what they do.
Oh, well, yeah, it's quite possible too. So
But here's the thing: they don't think that. So they would
sadly, that's
have
not been the case.
so they would have Braun Breaker probably lose to Oba because Oba's red hot, probably the most
Yep.
over guy in the business right now. Is that an understatement? To say that him and Osprey are probably the two biggest over people on the planet right now. Um, in terms of their crowd reaction, in terms of their connection with the fans, like Obafemi could go kill somebody, and I think the fan base would come together and be like, "Not our Nigerian king, not our guy." And same with Osprey. Like Osprey could go hit a grandma in a car in a hit and run and be like, well, it's her fault she got in the way. That's that. At least I would. I'd be like, well, she shouldn't have been in the way of the bruv. Um, but I don't know. I'm worried because I love both of them so much. I've been high on Breaker since this podcast
Yep.
started. I love Oba. I didn't like Oba in the beginning when he was in NXT. I thought it was like, oh my God, they're trying to do what they did with Apollo Crews, and
Right.
they
Right.
didn't do it that way. I was a fan of Apollo Crews when they gave him that Nigerian gimmick. I
Mhm.
thought it was awesome. Um, but I'm worried, and it's hard not to be worried when they keep fucking stuff up.
I'm worried they're going to do something like bring Omos back and have him
Yeah,
go against Oba, something of that nature, and
yeah, and it
a
makes me
true
uncomfortable.
clash. And that's going to be like a Royal Rumble situation, probably. But
As much as I love me some Omos, I'm an Homo sapien. That is the biggest human being I've ever met in my life. I bumped into him at the Rumble store when I was in Florida. I literally bumped into him and I turned around and almost shit my pants.
well, yeah, you turn around and his dick's right in your face too. So I mean,
Well,
it's
yeah. I mean,
dude, back up a little bit now.
it,
Holy crap!
my dad was like, oh my God, like audibly. My dad doesn't get impressed by a lot of things. My dad's a tough man. He don't like a lot of things, especially James Gunn. When I bumped into him and turned around, I went, holy fuck. And audibly, that was my word. My dad looked up and went, oh shit. And I almost
Mhm.
started laughing. I was like, I'm so sorry, sir. He's like, no, no, you're good. He's one of the nicest people I've ever had an
Yeah,
interaction with.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I've heard that too.
so I want him to get pushed. I want him to be used, but use him like you used Big Show for years. Use him like you used Kali at the start of his career. Make him this unstoppable monster,
Which is
please.
what they've been doing in AAA.
Yeah, yeah. And we'll get to Triple A in a second because they had a
Yeah,
pretty big announcement this week.
they did. So
Um,
you got anything else for Raw?
I do.
Okay,
I
go
do.
for it.
And it was the Roman Reigns thing.
Yep.
Like
Wait a minute. It was it the whole promo or was it the afterwards where he talks to the AAA general manager?
well, we'll get to that in a second, but it was a whole promo. Like him saying that nobody gets this whole promo, and I'm mad at you, and I got to pick a bone with you. You said LA Knight cooked Roman Reigns. He said one good goddamn line in that promo, and it was the Charlie Sierra, you suck. That was
Yep.
awesome. It was fucking brilliant. But in terms of pound for pound on the microphone, Roman Reigns runs circles around LA Knight. I'm so tired of everybody saying, oh, LA Knight's going to get a push. He's just a second rate Stone Cold and Rock put together. He is The Rock and Stone Cold's dirty love child. That's all he is. That's all he's ever going to be.
I hope he proves us wrong.
I
I do.
wanted him to prove me wrong 2 years ago, man. I wanted him to. I love
You
the guy.
see, and as much as I'm a fan of him, I was really disappointed at that WrestleMania when everybody was. I mean, WrestleMania is where you have your massive intro.
Yeah.
All he does is just pull up the damn Slim Jim car.
You want to know why they keep doing that to him? Number one, the dude botches more than anybody I've seen in my entire life. Sorry,
I
Jericho.
mean, Jade Cargill's getting a run for the money, but
Yeah, well, I'll talk about Jay Cargill in a second because that main event on SmackDown. Oh my God.
we'll
Um,
get there.
yeah, I'm tired of this LA. When his music hit, Oba's music didn't hit. I was so pissed. I was so mad. I audibly was on the phone with somebody. I think I was on the phone with Nate, and all I heard was, "Trump," and I went, motherfucker. I was so mad because I don't care. I don't want to see this. Oh, granted, he had the Bloodlines help, and Roman Reigns is doing some of the best work of his career, some of the best solo work of his career, even though Drew will never acknowledge him until the man's dead. I feel like um I don't care about LA Knight. I don't. I could care less. I want somebody that I actually give a fuck about, like Obafemi or a fucking, a Javon. Give somebody like a Javon Evans that opportunity to go out there and say, hey, OG, I'm a young OG and I'm here. Could you imagine the match that he would have with Javon Evans?
It would be interesting.
God, God. But yet we got Javon Evans being attacked by Big fucking Bill.
Hey, I mean, Cass, does his usual, puts his boot on someone's face and just drives him to the ground.
I'm happy he's back, but he's not going to go anywhere as long as Enzo's not there.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Totally agree.
And
Just how long will it take for Enzo to get there?
Carmella's saying on social media, Corey Graves is lucky that Cass is lucky Corey Graves didn't do nothing. I'll tell you why your husband didn't do shit, because he knows Cass would eat him for lunch,
Yeah.
and they don't got no beef. Just because you got Corey Graves got his leftovers, they still good leftovers. So you know, I wouldn't have no beef. I'd be waking.
We'll talk about leftovers. We talk about Friday night.
You leave my man alone. We'll get to that in a second too. Um,
You got
because
anything else from Raw?
no, but you've ruined my whole goddamn presentation of 250 pounds of greatness, and I'm mad about it.
I do what I can. I do what I can.
All right, let's jump over to Wednesday because Wednesday was a banger.
Wednesday. Wednesday was a great day. Wednesday, this old man turned 41
Yeah,
and had
happy
one
belated
hell of a
birthday
show.
here at the main
Had
event
one
box.
hell of a show that was Grand Slam. And got to watch it over my father-in-law's house. And it was just wow.
Yeah,
I mean, it really was amazing. That tag team champ or not championship match, but the 8-man tag match at the beginning was just amazing. And to see Christian Cage be Christian Cage, the true definition of gives no fucks. And this is why when you get involved in a match, whether you're man or woman, you never know what kind of response you're going to get back. And as much as she likes to stick her nose in, I'm actually really happy to see that of all people, it was Christian Cage to say, you know what? No, we're not doing this. And that beautiful Spartan kick to the perfect area for her to give a wake up call, ring a doorbell on her, and just, you mess around with the men, sometimes you're going to get hit like a man.
yeah,
I
yeah.
loved that match. I loved the
He,
way it ended as well. And I was surprised that the Death Riders won that match. And it's just great storytelling and how it's going to be coming up for All In.
you didn't address one big problem I had with this match.
Oh, that 619
Oh God, damn.
of the Jackson the the Jackson Copeland miss. Gosh,
So
that was hilarious.
credit to Nick Jackson because Nick Jackson hit a beautiful 619.
Oh, he had flush.
But Cope's old ass don't need to be doing that no more. Like,
I love that he's trying. I really do. But
yeah,
dude, come on.
but there's just some things where you hit your 50s and you're like, okay,
And see, it made me laugh though because he did the exact same thing Punk did after SummerSlam. He did that moonsault.
yep,
He turned around after he
and he
got up
laughed his
and just
ass off.
laughed. Yep.
Yeah,
He was like, we're just out here having fun. And
yeah,
that's all it was, man. I
it was
can't
out
dog
there
him too
having
much.
fun.
I mean, he's still
I'm
out
not
there.
dogging him, but God,
But
it was
you
one of the
notice
best
anytime
spots.
he's doing some kind of like super kick, he's got to grab the rope.
We
But
love you,
Edge, if
Cope.
you ever see this, I'm
We
still a
love
huge
you.
fan, man. You keep going until you feel like you need to retire because I will still be a huge fan.
Yeah,
Like
we
one of
love
the
you.
millions that are always every week when your music goes off, we are still singing your song, and we can see the tears in your eyes that are forming up because you were just so proud and happy to be where you're at.
Yeah, I mean, I love him. I've loved him since I was a kid. He was the
Yep.
first bad guy I hated, and then the first
Oh
bad
man,
guy
I
I loved.
loved his original entrance to come through the crowd.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that was beautiful.
Yeah. So we're not talking trash about you, Cope, but
No,
if you got to hold on
no.
to a rope to throw a super kick, brother, maybe you shouldn't throw them.
Yeah, let's take that move
Yeah.
out
Stick
of the toolbox
to
there.
your tuck in bed routine with your spear. Still one of the worst spears in the business. But if you ever want to sit down and have
Oh
a
no, when he
conversation
he
about
hits
it,
a good one every once in a while. When he does, it's memorable. But
he don't hit good ones.
mm,
I've never seen him hit a good spear.
let's talk about that intercontinental shot or the
International.
Krang versus Speedball match.
Holy fuck.
Dude, I thought Speedball was dead at one
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as much as you hate Kyle Fletcher, which I don't
Oh, I
understand,
hate Krang. I hate him with a passion.
I don't understand why. Because
He's talented. I will give him that. He's
he's the
talented. I can't
second
stand the
best
guy.
wrestler on their roster.
I won't disagree with that, but I still can't stand him. What I'm looking forward to is what they are building up, and it was that stare down with the Rainmaker after that match.
Dude, I was on the phone with my friend Angel when that happened. She was like, "Oh, when are you gonna hop on Fortnite?" I was in the middle of talking and I just heard the coins drop and I went, "Oh fuck!" And she's like, "What is wrong?" I was like, "It's Okada." And she's like, "Who?"
Yeah,
And I was like, "Oh my god, oh my god." And
yeah.
their roommate has no idea about wrestling. She's like, "Bro, he's like really into that." She's like, "He's obsessed. Like it's not a passion at this point. Like He eats, sleeps, and breathes it. So I was so excited, even though it was just a little face off.
Yeah,
I know
but
what
it's
they're
it's
building
it's
towards.
building up the same way they did with Takeshita
Yeah.
and Okada. They're doing that same build up with Fletcher,
You
and it's
you
it's going to be a great match.
you talk about a motherfucking banger.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what that's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was surprised at the end of the triple threat match for the number one entry of the Casino Gauntlet to
Mm-hmm.
hear MJF's music go off and to see him
I wasn't.
return
I
and go
wasn't.
after his ring, which the little promo he did afterwards was hilarious.
Yeah.
But how I ruined your view of Mr. Leftovers and how I've been letting you know certain nicknames for people and whatnot. My wife did one to me Wednesday night.
Oh gosh.
When you get a chance, look online, look up the mayor of Monticello, Arkansas. Looks like the wish.com Tommaso Ciampa. Yeah. I can't look at Ciampa the same way now. Because I see that mayor at least two, three times a week.
Mm-hmm.
And to see that, just like, oh man, just Ciampa, you need to hurry up and get a title,
Man,
title
what?
reign back
Your
because this
wife,
is
your
it's
kids,
throwing me off.
everybody's getting on the ruining presentations
Uh-huh.
train, and I don't like it. We got cancer free Caillou. We got the
uh,
mayor of whatever the fuck Arkansas. We got leftovers.
yep.
I mean, it's just going crazy. But
Got
let's
Crane.
and Crane,
Yep.
which you didn't ruin Kyle Fletcher for me because I want him to come out with gear one day where he has like this. So we have the modern technology. Just have like a Crane belt on and have like the little.
He doesn't need it, man. As soon as while he has a gold belt,
Mm-hmm.
there's Crane right there.
Yeah, and
I
it's
mean, he
awesome.
comes out in that pink outfit and everything with the glasses, which thankfully he didn't borrow Mercedes Moné's glasses recently, like he had
All
been, it
right.
seems like.
I
But with that belt on, it looks like Crane walking down in his robot super suit or whatever. So just,
We love you, Kyle. At least I do.
but
Great match.
him and Speedball put on a hell of a match. Andrade
Speedball.
put on a hell of a match with, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. It was the mayor of Monticello, Tommaso Ciampa, and who else was in that match? I'm drawing a blank.
Um.
It wasn't
Um.
Mystico. He was in the other match. Oh,
Damn, who was it? You got me drawing a blank now too.
Commander. And that was an amazing match. It really was.
Okay, yeah. I can't believe we forgot Commander. Sorry, Commander.
Yes, I apologize. Very much so. I apologize because that
But
was it was a
you're
great
great.
match.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
but then we had a great trio tag team championship match as well. And I'm actually happy. I know you can't stand the man, but I'm happy to see that Hangman is finding a his way around in
No.
the divisions without having to being able to go after the world title. But him and Bandito and Brody King, that is one solid trios team to go up against.
Yeah, but you know
The
my
only
hatred.
the only team I think that could come back and get them would be Samoa Joe.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about that, right? And I've said this before with Hangman. My hatred for him is borderline Goldberg level. Like it's Goldberg, and then right edging right there is Hangman. To me, the dude can't wrestle. To
Who,
me, the
who,
dude fucking sucks at
who,
promos. His
who?
return promo was about a fucking garden.
Hey, hey,
A garden.
when you've been to Virginia and seen how pretty them gardens can be, then come talk to me. All right,
Okay,
all
okay.
right, all
Why
right.
the why the fuck did a guy who literally tried to hang Swerve and burn down his childhood home? Why was he talking about how I went home and gardened?
Hey. Sometimes after you've been the destroyer for a while, you got to go back and just be peaceful. You saw how Thanos was after he did the snap. He just wanted to go relax afterwards. After you do the destruction, you just got to get some peace.
Yeah, but we can't compare apple to oranges, and that's exactly what you're doing. Thanos is a badass. Hangman's a piece of shit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You think he's a piece of shit. I got you. I
I
got you.
don't like him, and I'll tell you why. This whole storyline of him, they didn't build this up. They should have had him struggle for months to find his way of not being the world champion.
Well,
Not
who's to
come
say he's
back in
not?
your first match, one of your first matches back, and win the titles with people that should be single stars.
Well, true. I mean, all three of them should be.
Well, two of them out of the three should be. The other one should be flipping burgers at fucking Burger King. And Hangman, if you ever see this, let's sit down and talk about it because you don't have a job unless you're sucking the Young Bucks' dick.
Hmm.
Let's talk about it.
We're
Tony
trying to get the
Khan,
smoke today.
I don't give a
We're
fuck.
going for the smoke.
Listen, Tony Khan, when I sat at that commentary desk and I'm calling one of his matches, you better be able to cut my microphone like you cut Moxley's.
Mm.
Because I'm going to bury him with every fucking inch of my body. My best friend is the biggest hangman mark I've ever seen. Logan Paul does your moves better than you fucking mark. And
Hey.
he did it without sucking off his best friends to keep his job. All right. There's my hangman rant for today.
We went there.
Oh, I went there.
We went there. You had to bring up White Goodman's son, Logan Paul. Oh, you had to do it.
Yes, because he's the most humble man in professional wrestling history. The greatest United States champion of all time. The most humble man in this industry. And the slander that this man gets is uncalled for. Saying he cheated during his whole title reign. I never saw brass knuckles. The only brass knuckles I saw were when Kevin Owens had him on his hand. That's all I'm saying. No
Yeah, real
brass knuckles.
sour
Everybody
taste in
talking
the
about.
mouth all of a sudden. You talking about White Goodman's son,
Listen.
which he does need to change up his gear because he really does look like White Goodman from Dodgeball.
Yes, he does.
It doesn't matter what Maverick tries to do. It's everything is all I see is White Goodman.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, back to
I
back
got a
to
gimmick.
the
Got a gimmick. I might do the rest of the show in a gimmick. I don't know.
and like back to Wednesday night. So after the trios match, we had Jericho, Mystico, Darby Allin defeat the Don Callis family members, and that was another good match. I mean,
It was okay.
it,
Wasn't a big fan of it.
Darby survived. Darby didn't die. It was a good match.
Yeah,
Um,
Darby. Anytime Darby didn't die.
and then we had a six-woman tag team match. The only thing I liked about it, well, there's a few things I liked about it, but I like the story buildup that they're doing with um, Will Ospreay's wife, Jamie Hayter, going after the tag titles at All In.
I don't. And I'll tell you why in a second.
But I also like the fact that it was Willow that pinned Mercedes. And they're building up that story. Now,
Yeah.
do I think Willow's going to lose it All In? Yes.
Absolutely. If she does, I'm gonna be pissed.
But I'm interested to see how they're going to do the story for the next few weeks to build up to a good match between the both of them.
We got what about 3 weeks?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking forward because I'm wondering if it's going to be on Dynamite and Collision or just Dynamite. Or if they're going to do, a little bit here and there because Willow's been on Collision quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. We're planning on going to. I mean, it's no secret. Look at the schedule, guys. They're coming to Charleston in September, and we got some things we're trying to line out there. Um,
Yep.
so
Trying to get you and Nate up there as soon as possible.
yeah, trying to get us very involved with their product, which I would love to have. I mean, it's no secret. This podcast, we want to have working relationships with these companies, so that's what we're trying to build towards. But I'm not going to be one of those guys that goes in their media room and kisses their ass like
No.
a Dave Meltzer. I'm going to say what I feel on this podcast. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but it's just the truth.
Yeah. Like I said, we're just giving our opinions.
Yeah.
And sometimes you gotta be a little harsh with things that you don't agree with. I'll get all that constructive criticism.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
the main event of Wednesday night.
whoa. Don't skip over for a second. I want to talk about the Brawling Birds
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot.
and why I don't give a shit about them being in this tag team picture because they shouldn't be in the tag division to begin with. You have a former women's world champion who Nate was obsessed with before he got married. Like I'm talking about, like it was borderline
There's
obsession.
yeah, I mean, I can understand that.
You have a woman who's your former women's champion. You have her come back on a pre-show. You already killed her right there. Then you put her with Alex Windsor, which good job on you, bruv. That's all I'll say on that one. Who's a great talent if you've ever seen her in any singles matches. Phenomenal wrestler
Yeah,
because she's learning from her husband, who is the
yeah,
best wrestler on God's green earth.
yeah.
Wow. Do we stick them in this shit tag division? Because that's exactly what it is. It's shit. It needs to go away. I
Or
don't
just
care.
use them to build it up.
They can't build it up. There's nothing they could do to make me care about this. I don't care about the belts. I don't care about what they do with it because there's a reason it didn't work in WWE and there's a reason it's not working in AEW. And there's a reason both of your women's divisions are in shambles. And thank God for Mercedes Moné, my beautiful black queen, because if it wasn't for her, that women's division would be fucking dead.
I'm just waiting for Tony Storm to come back.
Yeah, that's going to
I
be entertaining
definitely
because
miss you, Tony Storm.
then I'll be torn because you got my other favorite versus my favorite women's wrestler of all time.
And they
So I
put
don't.
on a hell of a match against
Yeah,
each other
they
multiple
will kill
times.
it.
So, but let's talk about that main event from Wednesday
Yeah,
because that
we're glazing him. By the way, I hope y'all know I'm gonna glaze him in this for Christ's sakes. Go ahead, Drew.
that
Let me know
was
what you're
one
feeling.
hell of a street fight.
Holy
That is what a street fight is supposed to be.
yeah. And I don't think it would have meant as much as it did if they didn't have the history that they have.
But can we please stop with the utensils?
Nah, we need
Like
more.
seeing someone take a fork and stabbing somebody
Yeah.
in the top of the head, like that's getting to me now. Anytime I try to go eat dinner, like, oh, I know what this could be used for as well. Like, I'm gonna eat tacos now. Um, but can
Who
we?
eats tacos with a fork?
No, I have to put the fork down and just go eat tacos instead of eating like pasta or something.
Okay,
It's
okay,
like, come
okay.
on, I'm just. But Moxley, you started something with this damn fork being the only thing you bring to the fight,
Yep.
and the fact that Davis just pulls a fork out of his ass to be able to start stabbing Will with it, and he's oh my god, creativity, yes, but damn, that's brutal.
What a fucking match, though.
But it really was.
And I mean, the history for those of you who don't know the history between these two, Will Ospreay and Mark Davis were pretty much inseparable in Japan.
Yeah,
They were
yep,
brothers. They've roomed together. They've shared tiny Japanese hotel rooms together. They were in the United Empire, Will's group in New Japan. So they have a lot of history together, and you could tell
yep,
like they just trusted each other and they beat the ever loving fuck out of each other.
that they did.
Like it wasn't like a safe. Oh, I got you, brother. We're gonna no. They worked stiff as shit because they knew. Oh,
Yeah,
he's my brother. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him, and I ain't
yep.
gonna get
I mean,
heated
because the
anymore.
the the hidden blade that he threw at the very end there,
Good
that
God.
oh, like I'm surprised that neither one of them had to get the match stopped and checked for like concussion protocol things like that. And
No, yeah, yeah.
I mean, the same with Speedball in that match. I'm just
Yeah.
like I said, I thought he died in that match at one point. The way he just didn't move and I couldn't see him breathing.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
just
there was a few spots in this match where I thought, oh my God, Will's dead. That
yeah,
power
I mean,
driver
like
on the apron,
how you have to
God
be in
bless.
damn good cardio shape to be able to do matches like this all the time, leading up to the match of your life.
That's why he's the best wrestler in the world. Nobody's better on the planet than Will Ospreay.
And he
I
he
said it.
proved it again Wednesday night.
Yeah. And it scares me because I know that Moxley's like, leave him alone or whatever. Um, we build him up. We're going to let him do it. But if they cost him that title in Wembley, I'm
Or
going
they
to
come
be,
after him after he wins it, don't give him really any time to celebrate in his
yeah,
hometown, and
I,
just let them know right then and there, hey, we're knocking on the door. We want that title. And
I'd be
you've
okay
enjoyed
with
it
that.
long enough. You've had it for 30 seconds.
I would be okay with
Because
that.
I can see Moxley doing that.
Yeah, I
Really
mean, I'd
could.
be okay with that. Just let Will win the title. Good grief, please. Like, good God. He's been there for 2 years now. Dude should have won it in his first match, in my opinion.
Quite a few people have their contracts going to be expiring in 27 too.
Yeah,
And one of them.
yeah, he'll resign.
He'll resign. That's not going to be an issue.
No, he'll
All right.
resign. Before we jump out of Wednesday, man, I don't know. Do you follow a man by the name of Tommy End on Instagram or anywhere?
No, no, I did not.
Tommy End, formerly known as Aleister Black, shaved his
Oh,
head.
yes, yes. Sorry. Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, shaved his head and is coming for vengeance. Now, I don't know where he comes or where he goes, but wherever he goes, oh boy, they're in trouble.
Could he go MLW and go after Cross?
He could, he could, but I don't watch their product. I need to get my AEW so I can watch their product. Um,
Because I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind seeing them have an intergender match and him and Scarlett go after him and
Fun
Vega.
fact: in our figure
God
fed, we're building
bless
towards
America.
Chelsea Green and Matt Cardona versus Carrion and Scarlett in our figure fed. We're building towards that.
That would be amazing.
We have to get a Chelsea figure first. We don't have a Chelsea figure yet. All right, let's jump over to the worst part of the week.
You know, I'm
Hit me.
wondering how long they're gonna let Sami Zayn be a whiny little bitch.
It's gonna be his whole gimmick now.
I'm really getting tired of it. Like I'm enjoying Gargano laying down for 7 months, other than watching Sammy complain and
I tell you what, I enjoy more. I enjoy a girl that I don't even know on TikTok. Her relationship drama was keeping me more entertained than SmackDown this week. I'll tell you what happened in that story at the end of the show because you're gonna be mind blown. Well, not at the
okay,
end of the show. I'll tell you when we're done here because I want to say it on the show. It's
okay.
the most West Virginia Jerry Springer shit I've ever heard of in my
Jeez.
life.
Mm.
It was crazy. Uh, I might have to get her on like the Brotherhood Entertainment show to expose him even more because that dude's a piece of shit. I'll tell you in a second.
All
Um,
right. Well,
but
your man Leftovers had a rematch against Baron Corbin.
my man Trick Willie,
Yep.
250 pounds of pure greatness, walking down the ring. Yeah, he ruined the presentation to me because every time he does a little
Yep.
spin
Leftovers.
around,
Look in the microwave.
yeah, it makes me angry. But damn, what a Star Trek is, man.
Yeah.
You
Very
just
talented.
don't
Very
deny
talented.
him. He is the modern day Booker T, and I don't think that's oh, you just said that. He literally,
No, no, that's a huge compliment. I mean,
yeah, he's got the
that's a
aura.
huge compliment.
He's got the aura to be world champion.
Yep.
So
He's
does
got the
Baron
mic
Corbin.
skills. I'll give him that for sure.
Oh, brother, he could talk his way out of a fucking cartel meeting if he needed to. Um, you know, but I will say this about Baron Corbin. I'm a big Baron mark. I have been for years. I was a fan of him even when he was, had the fucking receding hairline and he had the money in the bank and he lost to Cena. I was so pissed off. Uh, has one of the best finishers in wrestling history. Always has one of the best
Yep.
theme songs in history. He's never had a bad song ever.
No, no.
Never had a bad song. Even the current one is a banger.
Yeah.
Uh,
I love that bike he came out on though. That was pretty
yes,
wild.
yes,
Kind of
because
gave
they're
Taker
letting him be
vibes.
him. I follow him on TikTok. This man is a butcher and a biker, dude. He be cooking steaks and they look
Yep.
good as fuck. You ever
Yep.
get a chance to watch his TikToks later, man? Go get some you know, cooking tips from your boy Baron Corbin because man, he knows his way around some steak.
Dude,
Uh,
he's from Kansas City. I mean,
yeah,
come on.
yeah.
I mean,
Former
he's
Kansas City Chief, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know,
I'll do some research on that.
I'm pretty sure he was on. He wasn't. He was there for a cup of coffee, but I'm pretty sure he was a former Kansas City Chief. Um, but you should be a big Baron guy because he's a Kansas boy. Um, one thing I will say, why the fuck does he still got that 1970s porno championship?
Just to rub it in Leftovers' face that he's got it now.
Yeah, but change it. But change it because it don't work on nobody else. Looks like he's getting ready to go be in a Playboy Bunny video than a wrestling ring. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you do
It,
what you got to do, I
I
guess. I
don't know.
mean,
But of course, this led to my boy, my guy, one of my other guys, Carmelo Hayes coming back, and he's been absent for a few weeks. He
he
was,
has him
yeah,
and Starks.
yeah. Where the fuck is my dog? Where's the revolution? It's not being televised. What the fuck? He might be injured. I don't know, but I haven't seen no reports. Um, but he came backstage, beat the shit out of Baron Corbin.
Yes, he did.
There wasn't no conversation. He
No.
just started throwing hands and then let him know next week in Boston, in my hometown, you got me for the title. And I think this is where Corbin drops the title. As much as I love Corbin, he's gonna drop it to Mello with the help of Trick.
What? So there's going to be Mello and Trick going back at it again?
Yeah, as it should be. Those two didn't get enough time.
I mean, they have great matches, but I'm tired of the same people always being involved in it. That's the thing.
Yeah, I understand that. I get that. I understand that. But it's hard to do that on SmackDown. When if you look, people are saying SmackDown has the best main event scene right now. And that they're right. They got Kevin Owens, the gingerbread man himself, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, which we'll get to in a second, because holy shit.
Yeah.
Um, they do.
That's
But
one of the two reasons why I say SmackDown was good.
in terms of the star power comparison to Raw, they don't have a candle compared to Raw's
No,
roster.
no.
They
But
don't.
they need to bring back that draft.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
They need to bring it back and mix it up compared to what they've got.
I don't know how I feel about it, man. I don't know.
Well, let's go to the part we want to talk about for SmackDown. Let's
Okay.
head on over to the that beautiful segment that was probably the best of 2026 for either one of them
Yeah.
without
Um,
there being bloodshed.
yeah. Randy Orton, of course, is always good at promos, saying he doesn't owe Cody Rhodes. I wanted him to say, I don't owe you shit, but he said he don't owe him crap, which, for fuck's sake, just say shit. I know we're on the
Yeah.
USA Network, but we get
USA
Law and
Network
Order.
allows anything after that time.
We get in fucking Law and Order on USA, and they cover sexual abuse and child abuse and everything else. If we can't say shit on that network, there's a problem.
Yeah, they can. Kevin Owens did it earlier in the night.
Okay. All right. So why didn't Randy Orton say shit? You see what I'm saying?
He probably didn't because he knew if he said that, he was going to lead to others and not be able to stop himself, more than likely.
Let me tell you, I don't owe you shit, you mother.
Right? Right? Like, oh, we're not on HBO. My bad.
Oh man.
This ain't Game of
Uh,
Thrones.
but Cody Rhodes, his rebuttal, Randy's promo was okay. It wasn't as good as Cody's
It was
response.
the rebuttal that, yeah.
Yeah, the rebuttal. Cody Rhodes saying, you know what? Fuck it. I don't have the chains that I had when I had the belt. I don't have to be the Boy Scout. I don't have to be the guy. I don't have to be the good guy anymore. If we're leading down this road, and Cody Rhodes doesn't have to go full heel, but all I'm asking is get rid of your fucking blonde hair and be ruthless.
Ooh, would he do that potentially at War Games?
I hope that would be
Because War Games
awesome.
is after the Street Fighter movie comes out, I do believe.
Yeah.
He could officially lose that blonde hair then, and hopefully he doesn't go back and do something stupid like Stardust. But
No, he would leave the company if they told him he had to do Stardust again. He would leave without a shadow of a doubt.
yeah, if we could see Cody no longer be the good guy, these so-called chains he had on him,
Yep.
unleash it.
Yeah.
Just stop talking about it and do it.
Stop being Dusty's kid. You can still be Dusty's kid and be a badass motherfucker.
Well, just like episode 1 of season 3 of Unreal.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H gave advice to Braun Breaker,
Mm-hmm.
saying, "Don't be the next Steiner.
Be the
Be the
first you.
first Braun Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
Stop being Dusty's kid. Make the name, the legend of Cody Rhodes."
Yeah. And he had a line in here, man, that was line of the year for me. He said, Randy, you're the legend killer. Look around. You're the only legend left.
Yep.
So who kills you?
That's what really makes me think, because it really makes me think that now Randy has a time clock,
Yeah. Yeah, his back is
and
fucked.
this is going to be his last. He either gets a title and has a little bit longer,
Mm-hmm.
or he ends at 14, and it's going to be his feud with Cody that ends it.
Yeah, I can see that. But if we're gonna have Cody retire him, we need to get Ted Jr. in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You can't tell that story without Ted Jr. And I love me some Ted Jr. Love him to death. I want to know what lawyer he got. I'm telling you that right now. I'm gonna need to make some phone calls. But I love you, Ted Jr. If you're watching this, brother, I loved you when you were doing the
He was at
DiBiase
Mania.
posse in the parking lot. That's how big of an OG fan I am. I was bumping all the ladies want me for all my cash in middle school. Okay, and not even in middle school, in grade school. I'm a OG Ted head. Okay, so come back, come home, and tell this story. What you should have been involved in that WrestleMania story instead of Pat fucking
Agreed.
McAfee.
100% agreed.
Pat McAfee should not have been nowhere near that. That the person on the phone should have either been Bob Senior, Bob Orton Senior, or it should have been Ted DiBiase Jr. Because why the fuck does Randy Orton take advice from a failed NFL punter?
I think the reason they went that route was that they didn't know how long his court case was going to take.
I will tell you why they went that route. TKO is why they went that route.
Oh
I
yeah, I mean
never,
we know that.
I've never
Yeah,
told you this. Do you know why TKO called Pat McAfee and got him involved in that? This is coming from Ariel Hawani's mouth, the guy that runs everything. They thought he could be the next Hollywood Hogan.
huh?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Had nothing to do with his court case. They said Pat McAfee could have been this generation's Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
All right, that right there just shows that he doesn't need to be involved
No, he doesn't need to be
in
anywhere near the wrestling business.
no, he can be the finance side of it, but just stay away. Let the
From
ones that
creative.
know how to do it be creative.
Granted, we love you. We're still trying to work with you guys, but fuck, man.
That's a real.
What the
I feel like I
fuck?
just got hit by Christian Cage.
Yep.
Um,
But great promo segment between these two.
yes, it was. It was great
Um,
for both of them.
Cody Rhodes. I love when he gets mad because then he gets that American Nightmare lift, and it's one of the best things in his character. I just wanted to see him be Ring of Honor Cody.
Yes,
Bring back New
one
Japan
hundred
Cody,
percent,
where he won that U.S.
100%.
championship and said that everybody said that Juice Robinson is improved. He's this guy. He's one of what they call the Performance Center called Dusty's kid. I'm his actual goddamn kid. Sorry, guys. Um, I'm his actual goddamn kid. And bring that guy back.
Yep.
But before we close the show, there's one thing I want to talk about, and it was this dog shit main event. You're gonna tell me you could have put Trick and Baron in this main event spot, and I would have loved it because it would have gave them more time.
Yeah.
It would
Yeah.
have. I think, and this is a controversial opinion, and I asked Nate, he's like, "No, it's just you." Charlotte Flair has gotten more gorgeous the older she's gotten.
Oh yeah, I would deny that.
She was uglier than hell when she first came in. She looked like her daddy with tits. you know, I mean, that's exactly that's exactly
I,
what that's exactly what she looked like.
God.
It's exactly what she looked like. Now she's growing on me a lot. Jade Cargill still looks like a female version of Obafemi with a wig on.
No, 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 no. She's our truth. Come on.
Yeah,
Our truth
I,
wig and looking like the little Spike the Gremlin from Gremlins, just the one that has all that makeup and everything on. Yeah, no, we're not gonna go there. But
this, this
yeah,
main
it was
event.
it was a bad match. It had good parts of it, but I got to see my girl Tatum come up onto the
Yeah,
main
I'll let you
main
talk about
roster.
her
So
next.
I was extremely excited to see her, the Gothic girl, matching up with Alexa, and I think that shortly after is
That
where they're
outfit
gonna have
too, Jesus fuck
you're
me.
gonna have the actual turn from Alexa
Yeah,
on Charlotte, and she's gonna say, "Now I've got a new best friend," and she's got
yeah.
her Gothic sister or whatever with her,
I
something along those lines. I can just see it happening. But the other thing we forgot to mention from because that's basically it from SmackDown, guys. Spoiler
yeah.
alert.
But I am going to talk about Tatum a little bit more on my side. But I'll let you.
We forgot one more thing about NXT.
What's that?
There's a gorgeous, gorgeous individual that's coming from NXT to the main roster here soon. Is she going to be coming to SmackDown or is she
She'll
going to
go
be
to
coming to Raw?
SmackDown with her
Uh, yeah,
boyfriend.
more than likely she'll be there with him. But Lola Vice is done at NXT, and
Yeah,
I'm so looking forward to seeing her on the main roster.
yeah, me too. But she's on the same level as Stephanie Becker. Like, yeah, she could beat the shit
I
out of her in
I
real life.
I don't care. I will
But
I will join the Booker T ranks at that point and
shake that
just be
ass. That's all
satisfied.
right, you
And
know.
but
Damian Priest,
no,
what's
I
his
like
name?
the part where they're doing the Kumite style fighting that they were doing on NXT
Yeah,
with her because now that she's
that's
kind
what
of
they're
made
thinking.
roster, bring back the true Natty Reinhardt.
Oh my gosh.
and have her go against Lola Vice.
Well, that's always been Lola's gimmick in NXT. She's like the queen of the underground matches.
Right.
First of all, from that
But
match,
that
my
could bring
girl,
back the true side of Natty that we really
yes,
want to see.
yes, please do that. I'm 100% right there with you. But my girl, Kendall Gray, who I think is number one, another gorgeous individual, and what a fucking talent. Holy
Yes.
shit.
Yes.
The bump she took on those steps, her fucking ear imploded. I don't know if anybody's looked it up at close at it. Her ear didn't hurt. Her eardrum did not rupture. It
Yeah.
exploded.
Yeah.
And it
And
was
see, and that
mm,
that scared me because it reminded me so much of what
Mick
Osprey and
Foley.
Strickland, the last match
Yeah.
they did,
Yeah, yeah,
when
yeah,
he
yeah.
swung him real hard into the steps, and that's
Yeah.
how his never ending bleeding started.
Yeah, and it was nasty. I've seen a lot
Yep.
of nasty bumps in wrestling. I've seen
Yeah.
people spike themselves on top of their heads. That was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen because
Yep.
her ear was just shredded. Um,
Yep.
hopefully she's not deaf in that ear for the rest of her life. That's what scares me because I've ruptured an eardrum before. It sucks. But she didn't rupture it. That motherfucker imploded.
Yeah.
It didn't rupture. It wasn't like, oh, it hurt. No, that motherfucker exploded like it was in a fucking Expendables movie.
Yep.
I mean, what a crazy match that was. What a crazy bump that was. I'm happy to see Lola Vice, but she'll just be relegated to the mid card like so Luke on SmackDown. They'll never
Got to
get
build
rid
up
of
somewhere.
they'll never get rid of the big shot. Shout out to Damian Priest, who is voicing the Hood in Marvel Rivals. Uh, really good stuff. Watched the gameplay trailer from the Hood the other day. Damian Priest brings a level to that character that I really want. The Hood was in Ironheart. The guy that played him sucked. I'm not gonna lie. I want Damian Priest to play the live action Hood in the MCU. His voice as the Hood is awesome. I think he's you know, the Hood is supposed to be a hand of Mephisto, basically. Man.
Speaking of live action, off topic here, but it's wrestling related as well.
Mhm.
Batista is taking over as God of War.
I hate that. As a fan of those games and somebody who was Norse pagan for almost a year and a half, I hate it. I
Yeah,
hate it.
and
I don't know what happened to Ryan Hurst.
he
You're
got injured.
more. He got
He got
injured.
injured. Yeah,
What happened?
he,
Did he like?
something with I think his shoulder. What I heard, he's got to get like major surgery. They didn't want to prolong anything and then
Push
potentially
it back. We've been waiting
cancel
5
it.
years
I
for this
mean,
show to
I
happen.
know, but they want to get it out now. They don't want to go back and do a bunch of reshooting, so they're just getting like the ton of extra reshooting of and anything like that. But they decided to
Why
move
do?
forward with Batista.
Why did we not just call Christopher Judge?
I don't know. I don't know. That was a big thing that I saw online earlier. But
Eh,
you said you had something else about Tatum. Let's go over there
yeah,
and wrap this up.
I don't care. And I'll tell you why I don't care. It's not that I don't like Tatum Paxley. I mean, you are borderline obsessed with this woman. Like it's borderline unhealthy obsession.
You see my
Every
wife, and
Yep.
then you see Tatum Paxley.
Yeah, I can get it.
It's almost like looking in a mirror sometimes.
Yeah,
So
Drew
it's nice to
Drew
see.
Drew lucked out in life. He got a 10 out of 10. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how, because if you look at it, I mean, no offense, Drew, but that don't make no damn sense.
Right. Right. Oh no, trust me. I was a lot smaller at that point when I
Yeah.
was able to
No, he didn't. He can't put down the
catch the
Krispy
prize.
Kremes. You know what I'm saying? Can't put the Krispy
Hey,
Kreme
hey,
in there.
hey, you shut up, man. It's nice to have the Luthers and whatnot. So
It is. But I'll tell you why I don't care about this. You know that Bray Wyatt is almost on Jesus Christ level to me when it comes to wrestling.
yep.
They're trying to resurrect Bray and his memory with these three or these two, with Tatum and Alexa.
I didn't think about that.
I don't I don't want that. I don't I don't want it. You had this great opportunity with the Wyatt Six,
Right.
who fucking were amazing. Their debut, one of my favorite debuts in WWE history. You let them go. Joe Gacy had a very good interview with Chris Van Vliet. If you guys haven't checked that out, please go check it out. It's very emotional. It made me tear up at points because the fact that they cared about the legacy of Bray Wyatt just as much as the fans do, and
Yep.
they still got fucked. They need to put that man in the Hall of Fame and let him rest. I'm about to cry thinking about it. That man changed so many people's lives, mine included. Made people feel like it was okay to be different. It was okay to be creative and feel these things.
Right.
And you shit on his legacy. You took a big giant shit on everything he did as soon as you let them go. Now I'm not saying, oh, put him in the main event scene. They should have been WWE lifers just because of the respect you have
Yeah.
for Bray Wyatt. Find
Yep.
him something to do. Fucking take him to AAA. But make sure, and I know this is gonna sound critical of me, and you're just I'm just, oh, you're Bray Wyatt. Make sure Bray's family's taken care of
Yeah.
because
Oh, 100%.
you owe that to that family.
Hmm. I agree with that.
Now you have Charlotte Flair hitting the Sister Abigail DDT when she's had no history with fucking
Right.
Bray Wyatt ever. It pisses me off. Tatum Paxley could have debuted and had a great thing. You could have kept Nikki Cross. She could have
Yeah.
came in and fought Nikki Cross.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me for her to just show up. I got so excited when the lights came out because you want to know who I thought was going to be standing in the ring? Nikki Cross. Because she
She's
has,
starting independence now.
yeah, she has a history with Bray Wyatt. She has a history with the White Six, and she has a history with Alexa.
Yeah.
Tatum Paxley doesn't really have a history with Alexa. It makes no sense. I enjoyed the
I see what you're
outfit she
saying.
was wearing. Um, I'm glad to see her on the main roster, but she's not going to get used. She'll be with them for a couple months, and then they'll break them up or whatever, and she'll just get released.
I hope not.
If you let the goddamn Motor City Machine Guns go, you'll let anybody go. So
We're not going to start on that one.
that's my take on that, man. I know
We're
you're
not
a
going to start
Tatum
on that
girl.
one.
I know you're a Tatum girl or Tatum guy. Sorry. But Jesus, it made no sense to me at all. You know, when she came out and had the whole like play, and I was like, oh my god, Nikki's gonna show up, and I got really excited because like if I'm WWE, like yes, we just let them go, but call one of them back and say, hey, Nikki, you want to come
Yeah.
do this? Because it makes sense for you to be here and not fucking Tatum Paxley, who's never had any interaction with Alexa Bliss, to my knowledge, to make them feel like they're best
Yeah,
friends,
I couldn't tell you.
to make them feel like they're best friends, and that's exactly what they were trying to convey. Like, oh, Tatum's here. Nobody gives a shit. I don't care.
I do.
I paid more attention to her fucking outfit than what she was doing in the fucking segment.
Yeah.
It's bad. But I'm gonna bring this episode to a close. Man, I feel like I got a little bit heated. You know, I went full
Oh
Hughley
no,
there.
it's part of the emotion of watching everything, man. It's part of the
Yeah,
reactions.
I don't know. I love wrestling so much. Like it was my first love. The first thing I
Yep.
ever fell in love with in my life. And to know the company that made me fall in love with wrestling is shitting down the drain just money, pouring it out to people that shouldn't fucking be there. Thank God we haven't seen Jelly Roll. Piece of shit. Another one, piece of shit. Um, thank God we haven't seen Pat McAfee again. I love you, Pat, but if you're not
He
behind that,
said he ain't coming back.
yeah, if you're not behind the desk, I don't give a fuck. Um, it just hurts me. It hurts me to know that you have this great company over here, AEW, phenomenal stuff. Did they get everything right? No. Their women's division is a mess, in my opinion. You need to fix that. Their tag division is a mess, but they got the Motor City Machine Guns and probably going to get the New Day in the next couple weeks. So we can fix that, you know,
Because
as we
I'm seriously thinking that the Young Guns or the Young Bucks are the ones that are going to be taking over um, from Cage and Copeland at Wembley, and then
yep.
here's going to be your surprise of Motor City Machine Guns or New Day.
Yeah. I feel like they would be stupid not to do New Day first.
Yeah.
Because we've seen the Motor City Machine Guns and the Bucks before. We've never seen New Day or the Day of New, whatever the fuck they're going to be
Right.
called.
Whatever they're going to be doing.
Austin Creed, of course, he'll probably go by Austin Creed. Kofi is just going by Kofi now. We do know that. That little thing, I will close this out with it. That little thing they posted on the Instagram. Do you see that little vignette thing?
Little cartoon.
It broke my heart,
Yeah.
dude. It was so sad because it was so well written. You know, they were in this circus. They were this ringleader, Triple H or whatever, and they had to leave the unicorn behind with the broken unicorn, and it was symbolizing Big E. And they didn't want to leave him, but they had to go.
Yep.
And then they shedded the identity of the unicorns and walked off into the sunset together. What a beautiful vignette to tease what's coming.
It really
Um,
was.
I can't wait for the future of AEW. Can't wait to be there September 19th. If you guys don't have your tickets yet, please go grab them. If you guys have any questions, anybody that's going to be at the show that watches our show and wants to come up, say hi, debate me on it. Anything y'all want to do, man, feel free to come up to us. It'll be me and Nate there. So we're gonna have a good time on the 19th. We haven't got our tickets yet, but we're trying to get better tickets. That's why we haven't went and grabbed our tickets
Yep,
yet.
working on it.
Um, we're working on that thing. So be expecting a lot of content from there. Maybe a live episode on this channel with me and Nate in the car. Um, just talking about what we're excited about. But I'm gonna bring this episode to a close. I want to thank Magic Fingers for being here. I want to thank you guys, each and every single one of you. Um, these last couple months have been hell for me, and wrestling has been my safe space. Um, my dog has been my safe space. Like I just want to give him props right now. I'm about to tear up thinking about it. This dog, man, has been one of the most loyal things that I've ever seen in my life. This dog follows me everywhere. He makes sure I'm taken care of. He sleeps with me. He doesn't stay in a cage anymore unless I'm out somewhere. So Fenrir is my boy. He's keeping me grounded, and we're going up in the world, folks. I'm trying to get back into the business. I'm still going to focus on this podcast, and I want you guys to know that when I do take bookings and I'm an independent wrestler or independent manager, that's not going to change. Um, the schedule might be a little bit different because I'll be gone every other weekend or every weekend, but I will
Yep,
still
we'll
have
hook it up.
uh, time for this show because this show gave me a friendship in that man that there's not many people on this planet I'd take a bullet for, and he is number two on that list. Um, we're coming up on a year, I believe, of this
Yep,
podcast, if not already over a year.
I think we're already over.
Yeah, already over a year, and to see the connection that is built between me and him, and our connection to the wrestling world, it's beautiful, and I'm so proud of this product, and I'm so proud of the professor, and so grateful that he was able to, because he came to me with his idea, he came to Drew with his idea, and said, "You guys can do this." He put faith in us, um, and he's a very knowledgeable man when it comes to this world. So, Professor, man, I know you're probably gonna be sneaking on these recordings and looking at them because I know you do. I love you. um, Thank you for giving me the opportunity to show the world how goddamn good I am. And thank you, Drew, for joining me on this journey, man. And we will see you guys next week. I'm gonna actually go tell Drew a story before I get off here, but I gotta end the recording because I want him to hear this. This is some jank ass shit. I love y'all so much. Thank, thank y'all for watching and enjoy the rest of your day, guys.